All right, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. Want to thank you all for joining me here today. Lions Talk Live, just a little bit after 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know a bunch of you guys have been asking about Amon-Ra St. Brown. You've been asking about Sam Laporta. I've done everything I can to try to get some information for you guys. And while some of it's good news, some of it you probably got to think we're going to have to wait and see with. Here's what I got, and I'm going to try to report it to you guys. Let's start off with this one first. And multiple of you have sent me this in the last, 5 hours or so, something like that since this morning. If you zoom in, if you take a screenshot on your respective device or whatever, you're going to be able to see it. Amon-Ra St. Brown's got a bit of an issue, and as you can tell with this left palm, we've been talking about it a lot in the games coming into recent weeks. And sorry, that's probably people message me about this. You can see where one hand's a little bit gingerly with it when catching the ball, especially some of the faster passes that come at him. So I've reached out to people, finally got some information. It is a deep bruise to his left palm and some form of ligament damage. So while it hasn't been obviously bad enough to keep him off the field, in a nutshell, what it means is when he's going to catch the ball, especially if the left is the primary hand to make first contact with the pass, it's just very incredibly tender. They've tried to do what they can to pad his hand, whatever, but at times, we all see it, especially if he gets in the game, gets physical, hits the ground, braces himself, it just flares it up exponentially. What I would say is he's probably going to be dealing with this to some degree the rest of the season. It is going to heal up some here and there, but every time he takes a shot, every time he stiff arms, every time he catches a bullet pass, is what it is. Again, I'll throw this out and give credit to a lot of people in the Do crew got this over to me. I did confirm some details yesterday with different personnel in Detroit media, and here's going to be the more interesting one. We all been wondering what happened with Sam Laporta. He played against the Commanders, didn't really come out of the game. Did something happen in practice? Well, finally, I got enough people confirmed it where I felt comfortable going on the mic with it. Laporta has damage to his lower spine, a vertebrae in a nutshell. There is a degree of cracking to the spine or a crack within the vertebrae, and one of his vertebrae were slightly displaced. So what I'm being told, it happened in the game, but he played through it. Maybe the adrenaline was going or whatever it may be. But towards the end of the game against Washington, he took a helmet to the lower back. That exacerbated the already, damaged portion of his spine / vertebrae, and that is extending, I'm told, into one of his discs in his lower back. When the helmet hit, apparently it hit it flush, and the crack that was already there was just magnified. They were not aware, more than likely, there was a crack to it or damage to the spine, the vertebrae, earlier in the game. But later in the game, when the Washington player, and I don't know who, I couldn't find it in the video, took that hit, that's where the problem became. The Lions, from what I'm being told throughout the week, wanted to get a second and third opinion on it. Now, I'm also being told the range of opinions have it anywhere from 4 weeks to 12 weeks to heal, to fully get right. That's the problem I think the Detroit Lions organization are now finding. They can't give us a definite information or time range because there really isn't one right now. That's I'm sure we can all agree, that's a real damaging portion of the body to mess with. Outside your brain, it's probably the most sensitive position on your body, because if your spine goes, if you have any kind of disc issues, man, that's just going to affect everything with Sam Laporta. If I'm the coach, if I'm the front office of the Detroit Lions, I'm probably saying, hey, you ain't playing until we get 1, 2, 3 opinions on it saying you're good to go. Laporta's going to probably be out for a bit. Now, I could not give from anybody which vertebrae it is, what the degree of issue for the lower back was as far as the disc in the back. All I know is the vertebrae was cracked and slightly displaced. I'm sure anybody who's had a real deep tissue massage understands you can probably massage that vertebrae back into place, but that's going to be real sensitive for a long period of time. We're going to have to pay attention to this going forward. The good news is, Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be able to play through his respective injury, but I think we all get it. He's been a little off. You can see him getting the hands out towards the balls, but just something's been off when trying to catch it. When it's his left hand, the damaged palm, that's, I think, the big thing when it hits the primary ball catching it. Now, both hands at the same time probably deflate some of the energy coming into his body, his palms, not a big problem. But if he's got to reach out and catch it first with that left palm hand, that's probably where more of the issue is going to be. How much is it going to be going forward? Well, we'll have to see how much St. Brown improves, over time. But probably every week that goes by, it's going to get better and better. So, in regards to, Sam Laporta, the fact that nobody knew really during the game that happened just speaks to how strong his lower back is. I think we can all appreciate it. He's young. He's in real good physical shape. The training staff wasn't aware of it, from what I'm told, until he went home that night, tried to sleep on it, and then it started setting in a whole lot. Came into the Lions training facilities the next day. They examined it. They became aware of it. And that's where they started getting second, third opinions, etc. We'll have to see where it pans out with Sam Laporta. But again, from what I'm being told, it's a crack in a vertebrae that was slightly displaced, and there is some level of degree of damage to one of his discs in the lower back on one particular side. I do not know which side. Pay attention to this. I'll have to see where it goes from here, but Laporta, with it being a back, it's sort of like a knee. Once it's damaged, you really need to let it get as fully healthy as possible. I understand the Lions need to win every game possible from here on out, but if you are, thinking about the well wishes of that player, not for this season, but going forward in their career, you need to really probably do whatever the doctors say. Get him healthy, get him right. Again, he's young. He's in very good shape. If it was me guessing, but I don't know, I'd probably say he's out 4 to 6 weeks, which, gets him back somewhere around the middle of December, at least right in that neighborhood. Again, it could be totally different if we got more information, more confirmed information on which vertebrae it was, the degree of the crack, and what happened with the disc in his back. I'll try to get more information over time, but at least as of right now, that's your update on those two. I do have some good information, though. It does look like the Detroit Lions starting secondary outside of Kirby Joseph will be back this week. I'll have more confirmation, probably like all of us, tomorrow on that. All right, Duke Crew, I got to get going pretty quick here, so I can only do like a minute or so of comments. It is opening day for my team, and yes, I've got to get ready for those first practices, tryouts, etc. Just say, okay, hoping for some good news. St. Brown, yes. Laporta, I would say at least right now it's a question mark. Jess, I've been saying for a while St. Brown must be hurt. Yeah, I think we all have because he hasn't been playing like his norm for him. Correct. Dean, without Sam and St. Brown, our offense takes a big step back. It will be different, but the good part is St. Brown's not going anywhere. He's going to play unless something different happens, but I think he's going to be okay more and more every week. Drake, St. Brown is playing this week, right? I think so. We're good. Dave, I understand. Let's see, Spencer, can't be that bad for Amon-Ra St. Brown. He keeps playing game after game. He does, and I think he will get better and better. Jeff, Tesla time, probably going to get some more run, him and Meeks. Steve, really hoping Sam is back after the Cowboy game. Wouldn't that be something if that happened? Five Fingers ready. Rely more on the defense to carry us. It's there. It is. The defense is there this year. Silver Server, all right, we get news. Exclamation point. Yes, you do. Mary, what the heck? And now you know. Bull Booth, confirmation on Sun Gone. Exclamation point. Yes, indeed. And again, for those, that's the photo. You can, screenshot it and see it. You can see the bruise. It's pretty significant. I'm told there's some form of ligament damage on it. Riley, Coach Dan, and Duke Crew, back at you. Walt Marks, good morning, Coach Dan, Duke Crew. Woo! And same to you, my friend. Egon, nice work, Coach. Appreciate the effort. Anytime, my friend. Dolo, what's wrong with St. Brown? Now you know. And, you can probably see it in the photo again. Some form of ligament issue, damage, and then deep bruising in the palm, etc. It's made it sensitive to the catch. Fingertips are okay, though, from what I'm told. Silver Broski was talking about a wrist, so he wasn't so wrong with that. No, not at all. And I'm sure that bruising does extend to the wrist to a certain degree. Laporta doesn't sound good. It could be far worse. I guess, being the positive Pete that I am, it could be far worse, but he took a helmet after already earlier in the Washington game damaging it, just didn't know it. And then he took a helmet into the back from a Washington player. From what I understand, he was blocking somebody in Washington. Not, didn't intentionally do it. Just coming up from behind, trying to help make a tackle. Hit him flush in the same spot with that helmet. And yeah, probably cracked the vertebrae. Jim, offense wins game. Defense wins championships. We have a defense in the top 5. Yes, we do. And I like where you're going with that. Silver Laporta going to be out. It's Brock time. Brock the Hitman Wright is loading up on your desk. Let's see, Gary, no disrespect to the Giants, but shouldn't the Lions shut down the Sun God and rest and heal and come back against the Packers? That's $1 million question, Gary, and it's one I can't answer unless I was, physically talking to him, could, talk to the training staff, etc. My guess is he's just going to keep playing through it. That just seems like his nature. Bo Saint is not so good, but a back is worse. I'll go with that. Egon Broski also was concerned trolling hard. Hey, he does that from time to time. Although he's been better as of late, for sure. Michael, sit Sam on IR, give Saint a few weeks off. Next man up. Let's go Lions. We'll see what they do. Silver. Jim would have got yes, but the defense would have to be like Ray Lewis's defense. That's correct, man. That was a great defense. Dolo, what's wrong with St. Brown? Yeah, I think I caught you up on that. Bo, you need both to win championships. Yes, you do. You got to score, and then you got to defend. Yada, badass. I believe Laporta done for the season. It could definitely happen. There's no doubt about it. And I'm not here to say he will be back. I'm not here to say he won't. I'm just going to say that's a gnarly injury, and you need to be sensitive towards it. You need to really let it heal up. And again, if it was me, I'd be saying, hey, I need 1, 2, 3 different independent confirmations he's good to go. So somebody probably massaging that hand every day, probably 100%. Silver Bo Booth, yeah, be ready to be without Sam. St. Brown hand give you hope. Yes, indeed. Ruben, if Jared Goff develops his sidearm pass and a lob pass over the defensive line, he would eliminate the pass blocks and deflections. It would help out for sure. And let's not forget, Jared Goff is 6'4". It's not like he's small, but I get your point totally there, Ruben. Gabriel, what's going on with Laporta? Now you know, masked up positive thoughts of speedy recovery for Laporta. Next man up! ! JC, thanks for the update, coach. And back at you, Bo Surfer. I was referring to both O and D. There you go. 89 Dr. Funk. I would sit Sam out for the year. He might have to. Surfer, Bo Booth. I answered your previous post, and Bo Cool Surfer. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Get ready for my coaching duties today. We need another tight ends draft somebody with an athleticism and size. We'll see what they do, but that will obviously be in the offseason. If there is breaking news today, probably going to be pretty limited getting it to you. So if you would be so kind, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys all on the next Lions Talk Live.